for that was what the dragon did. She granted wishes. Those who were brave enough to take the path up the hill, face her outside her den, and call her out to battle, could, if they defeated her in honourable combat, obtain their heart's dearest desire. From all corners of the kingdom challengers came, brave or foolhardy or both, undeterred by the knowledge that few won the day against the immortal beast. Battling the dragon was not a risk to be taken lightly. Some knights limped home after their defeat, bloodied and broken. Many were devoured whole by the creature, or, if they brought no squire to witness their defeat, were simply never seen or heard of again. Perhaps 1 in 1,000 challengers were clever enough, or strong enough, or quick enough to best the dragon, and these rare winners were the stuff of legends. These heroes and heroines, whose tales were sung by the bards, were frequently gentle people with good hearts and pure intentions. One wish saved a small village from starvation when its fields were set upon by a locust swarm. Another wish released a girl from marriage to a man who held her family's home as forfeit in a debt, so that she might be free to marry the bonny maiden whose wish released her. The most popular tale in the taverns was of a retired soldier who took up his sword one last time to wish for peace in his homeland. The dragon granted him a silver tongue with a talent for diplomacy. Within a month after his battle with the worm, a solution pleasing to both sides had been reached, ending a blood feud which had ravaged the land and its inhabitants for generations. Drunken arguments raged cheerfully over the soldier's wish and the dragon's definition of peace, but that was what the dragon did. She looked into the hearts of mankind and gave what was desired, regardless of the wording. No victor ever complained about the outcome of their wish, and this was a comfort to the audiences of their stories. The creature wouldn't wriggle out of a fair defeat through word trickery. The dragon was lethal but fair, playing by rules she had set herself many centuries ago. The path to the dragon's den was not a difficult one. The hill formed a gentle slope to the top, the track worn by so many boots taking that final march to dream or death. Farms sprawled between the hill and the city walls, supplying the capital with grain for their bread and grapes for their wine, and a small but thriving line of businesses catering to prospective wish-seekers abutted the foot of the hill. There were artists to sketch a final likeness, scribes to take down last words or a will and testament, and pleasure workers to grant one night of bliss to men and women who might not see another sunset. Such were the good people who lived in the shadow of the wish-giving dragon, content to ply their trades, raise their families, and leave wild dreams to others. Children played at the base of the hill on sunny days, when their guardians washed and dried the family laundry and let the little ones out to play. They ran and shouted and laughed together, the children of the farmers and artisans mingling without reservation in their shared games. No one noticed the little fat-cheeked child who moved away from the larger group and toddled determinedly up the hillside. The child was barely more than a baby, 4 summers old at most. They toddled easily up the hill, little legs propelling them up the soft earthen path without hesitation. Unruly hair sprang in every direction on their head, and spilled down their back in beautiful frizzy waves, making the child seem younger than the length of their chubby limbs implied. No doubt the mother had resisted taming the child's hair out of a fond desire to keep them a baby for just a little longer. Soon the child's hair would be cut or braided, according to their gender. Their gender was obvious at a glance, of course. The parents had swathed the child in yellow, the colour of the sun, to set them apart from those children clothed in green, the colour of grass and growing things. The colours determined how others interacted with the child, how the child was raised and educated, and which careers the child would be best suited to in life. Few positions were completely barred to a child because of their colour. The yellow children could teach, nurse, or train warriors, if they so chose, just as the green children could enter the army, bake, or run a shop if they wanted, but the colours would always guide them.